Hey guys, welcome back to another Season of Discovery gold making video. In this one, I'm going to be showing you how to make some good gold by soloing dead mines. Before we get into it, I'd like to say a huge thank you to everyone that has gotten a copy of the Season of Discovery gold guide. It really means a lot. So to start off with, what you're going to want to pick up is the shredded auto salvage units. Now you can make them with engineering or you can buy them off the auction house. If you make them yourself, you can save a bit more gold and make a bit more gold in the long run. So what these are used for is they're used to make the shredder turbochargers, and these are used to actually get one of the new runes, and they're in very high demand. So there's actually a boss in here that has a really good drop chance of actually getting these, over 60% drop chance that you actually get a turbocharger, which is really good. And the best part about doing it inside of DEADMINES is that you don't have any competition out in the open world, especially on a PvP server like the one I am on, one of the biggest PvP servers on the NA region. Out in the open world trying to farm them, you actually have a lot of competition, and it can be very bad, especially if you're an alliance, because there's a lot of horde in this location. So this is a really good way to make a bit of gold from the shredded turbochargers, and then on top of that you're going to make a bunch of gold just from the normal loot you're getting from soloing dead mines. You get a bunch of different BOEs and patterns and plans that you can sell on the auction house, or you can disenchant all of the green BOEs. Now mage is one of the best classes to do this with, because you can obviously do some big AoE pulls and you can absolutely fly through the dungeon very easily. However, you could do this on other classes. I know you can do some pretty big AoE pulls also on the new WOTLK build. When you actually come up to this first boss though, if you're on a mage, what you want to do is swap over to Arcane Blast, and you're just going to single target this boss right here. It's very easy. Just want to make sure that you keep up your beacon and that you're healing off your Arcane Blast, and you should be able to stay very high health. Now the only thing about this boss is that you can't actually freeze him, and so if you use freeze, it's not like your Nova, it's not actually going to stop him. So you need to make sure that you just keep your health up and constantly do Arcane Blast, and this is going to heal you as you do damage, and over time you should be able to work him down. Now as soon as your second living flame comes up, you want to use this, make sure you get a beacon up, and this will absolutely heal you up very quickly, and it will also burn down the boss. Once you're done the boss, you want to go back to living flame, and you want to use the normal AoE build for mages, and you just want to AoE all the way up until the next boss. Now the next boss is the boss that you're going to actually be getting the shredded turbocharger from, and this actually has a better drop chance than doing it out in the open world, plus you have no competition because obviously you're in a dungeon. So you can pull all these mobs, they're all very easily, especially the miners on this side. They don't do any damage whatsoever really, and they don't have much health. Now with these mobs right here, these mobs stun you. As you can see, they stun you for 2 seconds, so you just need to be careful with these. I would recommend not pulling the full room of these guys, because you could get stuck in a stun chain, and that wouldn't be good obviously. So what I like to do is just do the first half, then do the second half without the boss, and then once they're all cleared, then you can move on to doing the boss. Now what I'd recommend having as professions for this farm is engineering, so you can make your own auto salvages, and then also enchanting is really good, because you can just disenchant all of the junk BOE greens, and you'll have a bunch of enchanting materials which will sell really good up in the auction house. And you actually make a bit more gold by actually disenchanting most of these items than just straight up selling them to the vendor or selling them on the auction house. Now same with the first boss, you want to make sure that you're using Arcane Blast to keep your health up. But the best thing about this boss is that you can actually Nova him and freeze him and slow him, so it makes it a lot easier. As soon as you kill the shredder, you want to actually make sure that you move out of the way so you don't put aggro on this guy right here. This guy actually hits pretty hard, but you can obviously kite him and freeze him and Nova him, all of them things like that. So it's pretty easy once you learn how to actually kite this guy, but he does do a lot of damage once he actually hits you. Now once you're done killing him, just want to loot him up, and then you want to head over to the shredder. And then what you're going to do with this is that you're going to use your shredder auto salvage unit on this, and this will give you a high % chance of getting a shredded turbocharger. And obviously the shredded turbochargers are way more than the units, and this is a great way to make some extra gold every single run that you do when you're doing this solo Deadmines farm. This really adds up very quickly. Only takes around 10 minutes to actually get to this boss, so you can do like 5 runs per hour and you can get a bunch of the shredder turbochargers. That was it for today's video. If you enjoyed, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. And also, if you want to learn more about making gold in Season of Discovery, you can check out my full Season of Discovery gold guide, which will be the first link down below in the description box. This is constantly updated, and if you own a copy, you'll get all future updates completely for free. However guys, that was it for today's video, and I'll see you in the next one.